Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about 8 signs of the passive aggressive behaviour, covert narcissism. Covert narcissists often use passive aggressive ways to even the score with those they believe in having criticised the narcissist, or to gain advantage and exploit those around them for their own gains, to use and abuse others in underhand ways. Most narcissists like to do their abuse underhand, covert, hidden, in secret, under the radar. So all narcissists are capable of using passive-aggressive manipulation to some extent to undermine those around them. Some by more calculated means, a thought-out plan. Others do so on impulse, instinctively programmed into their fight-survival mode, flight-survival response. Yes, they can control their behaviour. That's why they act one way around one person and another way around somebody else. Why they can behave if they fear consequences to their actions. Why they can lie so well, often as they cannot self-reflect. Once they've told a lie over and over, they believe their own lies. Once they've scapegoated and blamed the other party to the narcissist, it's the other person's fault. Often why you'll not receive a genuine apology, as a narcissist does not believe they have anything to apologise for. They believe they're in the right and they've made everybody else to be in the wrong. While we have the overt grandiose narcissism that hits us with "you cannot do that," we have the covert narcissism that hits us with "I wouldn't do that if I was you." Both methods are to cause us self-doubt, and while not every person who says these things is a narcissist, they do need at least 5 of the 9 criteria from the DSM-5 to have the disorder. Not all narcissists will use these tactics. If you feel off around someone, if they put you down, make you feel bad, then you have the power within your mind to walk away from these people, whoever they are, parent, friend, partner, boss. We all have fears and hurdles that we have to jump over. We all have to discipline. We all have to make a choice and stick to it. We don't have to allow the opinions of others to define us. We all have that little self-doubt, and when those around us are telling us we cannot, it's our job to show ourselves that we can. Some narcissists are dangerous, so always stay safe. However, the best revenge is your success in your happiness. 8 passive-aggressive manipulation tactics. Number 1, they will invalidate you, often hidden when we don't know what we're looking for. As covert narcissists will say things like, "Are you really going to wear that? I'm not sure I trust that friend of yours. I think you might be imagining things." And the overt, although they can say those things, are usually more obvious, yet in subtle ways. "You look awful in that. They didn't like you. You're too insecure." Also, the covert, "I wouldn't do that if I was you." And then once they've belittled your choice, your beliefs, your friends, so you have some self-doubt forming within your own mind, they'll add insult to injury by gaslighting with words such as, "I didn't mean it. I was only joking. Don't be so sensitive. You should take a joke." Why do they do this? A narcissist will put others down so that they can feel better about themselves, so that they can take charge, gain control, feel superior, trying to control other people's lives through the emotions, thoughts and feelings, often leaving us with little self-worth, full of self-doubts and very little confidence within our own decision-making. And as we lose our confidence, they gain their control. Recovery. Be who you want to be. Those who judge are not for you. Build on your confidence. We all make mistakes. It's how we learn. Find the things you enjoy doing for you and keep practicing. Even when we get something, we can still slip up. We can still make a mistake. Tune into your instincts. Discipline yourself in learning. trust your instincts, as they often know what they're telling you, even without us knowing it. It's very difficult to see those red flags when we don't understand what those red flags are. However, we later look back and recognise that our instincts knew something. We just didn't delve too much into what they knew. 2, breaking agreements, breaking promises. A narcissist will promise us the world to leave us with anxiety and CPTSD. They will say they will do things and then not do it. They will say they'll not do something that would hurt us to then hurt us anyway. Then they will gaslight us with, I never said that, that didn't happen, if only you hadn't, then I wouldn't. Why do narcissists do this? To maintain control, to future fake, to sell us an illusion of who they could be. And then once they've got their needs met, deny any knowledge of saying it. A narcissist wants to maintain control of those around them, to give people a glimpse of hope, making life difficult for others, getting people to work harder to please them. As part of their disorder is that requirement for admiration, and they'll do whatever they can to gain that attention. Narcissists prefer positive attention, but if they cannot get that positive attention, they will go for a negative reaction so that they can blame your reactions for their actions, to distract you from the fact that without their actions, you would not be having those reactions. Recovery. Someone who continues to hurt you, lie to you, breaks promises on you, isn't for you. No matter who they are, you deserve better. Write down what they say so they can no longer gaslight you into questioning yourself. 3, stubbornness. Narcissists can be very stubborn at the best of times and not back down. They can also be very persistent in guilt-tripping people into doing what the narcissist wants those people to do. So we end up people-pleasing to calm the atmosphere down. Why do narcissists act stubborn? They want to win. One of their characteristics, one of the criteria of the disorder is that preoccupation with their ideal. They need that dominance and power and control over others. They are preoccupied with obsessive thoughts of power and success that drive them forward into wanting to win at all costs to you. And they don't have the emotional empathy to care for who gets hurt along the way. Narcissists feel entitled to have what they want when they want with whoever they want. When that sense of entitlement is brought into question, they can become increasingly stubborn. Recovery. Let go of any guilt for things that you have done which in hindsight you would not have done. That is your past. Don't let it eat into your future. No contact is always best, so they can no longer guilt trip you. If you cannot do no contact, boundaries, recognise their behaviour for what it is, say no safely and stick to your no. 4, blame shifting. The classic narcissist tactic, pass all the blame on to someone else to avoid taking any responsibility for their own behaviour and to escape any form of accountability and to avoid all consequences. Like breaking promises, they want to avoid any form of responsibility. They will find a scapegoat to blame. They will shift the blame onto anyone they can. I didn't because you wouldn't. I forgot because you failed to remind me. Why do they do this? To gaslight those around them into believing their behaviour is the problem and not the narcissist behaviour is the problem. So people work harder to please the narcissist. A narcissist will play the hero or the victim, yet they will never be the villain. Recovery. Yes, we are responsible for our own actions, provoked or not. However, we have to pass responsibility back to the rightful owner for theirs. If somebody brings out the worst in us, that person is not for us. 5, silent treatments and sulking. The way they cause us deep psychological pain without leaving any marks. The present silent treatment, or where they just disappear on us. Those where they just sulk for days on end, leaving us to try and figure out what's wrong and how we can make it up to them. Why do they do this? Often to put us in our place. They felt some form of criticism, so they sought to punish us. They believe they're superior. Part of the disorder is for that attention from others, or if they feel criticism for not getting their sense of entitlement met, things not going their way, they shall gain attention with the silent treatment. As well as often gaining their own way, they exploit others by whatever means they can. Recovery. If they're a grown adult, leave them to it. They're entitled to be silent, and you're entitled to ignore them. You are responsible for you as they are for themselves. You did not cause it. You cannot change it, nor can you control who you are around them to control their behaviour in a more appropriate manner. If they're a grown adult, they are not to be taught how they should and shouldn't behave by you. You're not their parents. All you can do is teach them the behaviour you will not accept from them by leaving them to crack on with it while you go and crack on with your life. They have a disorder, which is the reason behind their behaviour. However, it is never an excuse for their hurtful behaviour. They are the ones that are responsible for their behaviour, and they have to learn how to change their behaviour. The more we pander to them, the more they learn that they can get away with it. 7. Isolation. They will isolate people from support, often through triangulation. I don't trust that friend of yours. And in all honesty, when we suffer from the effects of cognitive dissonance from being around narcissistic people, where our realities and beliefs just no longer match up and we begin to doubt our every move, we can succumb to isolating ourselves, especially from those who tried their best to warn us. Our pride and ego can hold us back. So why do narcissists isolate us? They want control. They want attention. When we have no one else to go to, our go-to person becomes the very person we should not be going to and often cannot go to. A narcissist will not be there when you need them the most, yet they'll expect you to be there for them when they need you the most. The narcissist, when we're isolated, a narcissist gets our time and attention. They will quickly discard when another person takes their fancy, when they feel envious of somebody else, only to reappear if they believe you have something to offer them. Recovery. Reach out to old friends and family for support, especially those who tried to warn you. Trust within your own instincts. Look for new hobbies and activities to join. Learn new skills and get disciplined in learning them. Meet new people. 8. Sabotaging others. Whether this is sabotaging events, sabotaging outfits, a narcissist will undermine people. They will withhold financial resources. They will sabotage careers. They will sabotage relationships. They will make it so you cannot go out to work, or so you have to work all hours to scrape by. Not for you, for them. They will put you down. They will withhold information and resources, withhold affection. They will hide things from you. Just when you need a narcissist the most, poof, they are gone, only to come back playing the hero. So we doubt ourselves again. With their intermittent play nice or act nice, we then question ourselves. The toxic monster you see in the end is who they are. Do not doubt yourself when they act nice. They can not be a narcissist, can they? We doubt ourselves. Every time they act nice, we doubt ourselves. If they have at least 5 of the 9 criteria, then yes, they very well can be. Even if they're not, abuse is abuse and there's no excuse. If they continue to hurt you, they are not for you. Why do narcissists do this? Why do narcissists sabotage others? Often, as one of the criteria of the disorder is their envy, they will try to sabotage those who they believe might do better than themselves. Recovery. We can all hit rock bottom. We all lose ourselves now and again. We all make mistakes. Now we need to drop the harmful narcissist from within our lives and climb back up step by step, day by day. Most people might have used one of these passive-aggressive methods on another at some point within their lives, often without even realising what we are doing, and not to harm someone. A narcissist, covert or overt, uses them as part of the disorder, as the fact is they feel entitled to do as they please. They don't have the emotional empathy to care for those they hurt along the way. They believe they are superior and above those around them. That with their controlling behaviour, they think they should be in control of all others and not just themselves, even though they seldom are in control of themselves. That's why they feel a need to control others. They are also extraordinarily envious, and they believe they're entitled to sabotage others that the narcissist believes are doing better than the narcissist themselves. There is no winning with these people. The only way is to know ourselves so well that no other can make us question who we are, our values, our beliefs, our boundaries are for us. If they're not the same as another's, we can respect that. If they respect ours, we can walk together. If the other person doesn't respect us for who we are or tries to change us into someone we are not, we have the right to walk away from these people kindly. When it comes to a narcissist, they will meet you for who they are because they're envious of who you are, and then they will try to change you into someone you're not. And then they will dislike who they've changed you into, yet they'll be envious of who you were. When you meet a narcissist, they pretend to be someone they're not, and you try to change who you are to bring back the person they claimed themselves to be, because they didn't change on you, they just showed you who they truly were. And that's what we have to recognize. We did not make them change. They did not change on us because of who we were. They just showed us who they are, who they can also be. The envious face and that admiration-seeking face that they hold is who they are, and we have to safely and kindly walk away from them, leave them to go and live their lives while we go and live ours. I shall link into the video description the 2 sides to a narcissist and the 2 sides to a narcissist after no contact. If you are looking for more understanding and help overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and the teachable links will be in the description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link will also be in the description. If you do find the information helpful on this channel, then please do subscribe. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and all your amazing comments. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.